Hello class, my name is Professor Flores and I will be your instructor for English 1301. You are enrolled at ACC and therefore you have a Blackboard page. At this Blackboard page, your courses are listed. To begin this orientation, click on Our Course, and that will connect you to the course site where your entire course is available. First of all, you need to know that the major papers that you will be writing are listed as modules. Module 1, 2, 3, and 4. Other information is in the content area, such as announcements. This is where we stay in touch and I send you updates. Check them once a week. This is where you can see the brief syllabus, and this is where you will start the course after you get on your own Blackboard site. We also have MLA videos that will be helpful in doing MLA research, a writing handbook free of charge, and an anthology where we keep samples of papers with your permission, and finally a class evaluation. I need to go over a few of these buttons and how they work. So let's begin with the start here and the syllabus. In the 1301 orientation assignment is definitely the most important thing at this site. This is a summary of what I am saying at this point and what I will say. But at the end, you will need to complete this assignment. You're going to write one coherent paragraph that it will introduce you to the rest of the class. I need more than 2 or 3 sentences. I need to see how you handle writing and punctuation and clarity, and also know a little bit about who you are. The entire class will be able to see your introduction, and that is submitted in a discussion board forum. Let me show you how that works. After we click the start here, we got to this page. That's the orientation. In the class introduction, once you click it, you will get to a blank page where you might be able to see what somebody else has submitted, but you really can't see anything until you create your own thread. So click on Create Thread and you'll have the instructions here. Call it anything you want. Let's call it me. And then just begin writing your introduction here. You may edit it. You may revise it. If you're going to do all of that, do it before you click the submit button, because once you submit it, it goes to all of us. All right? If you have questions about that, you just email me. So let's go over the syllabus right here. The syllabus will give you some basic information about how we can communicate. Mainly, you need to email me. We have no office hours. The campuses are still under limited quarantine. Here is a neat freebie. You can get a free Microsoft Office at this link. You may have to play with it a little bit, but eventually you can get this 365 downloaded. And that's the best way, because that is what I have and what produces a very clear Word document, Word program. We will be using System 1 as far as grading your papers. That means that there are no numbers. Right? There are no numbers as far as we are using a mastery learning approach, whether your paper is accepted or not. And you will be working on that paper until it is accepted, and then we move on to the next paper. Right? There is no departmental exam, mainly because our testing centers are closed. So we can do away with this. I don't think the department is going to require a departmental exam until maybe next year. The B and the A paper, this explains what you need to do to get your grade, and a few more notes. Read this very carefully. Now, the study guide is where you get the schedule of events, the schedule of assignments, the due dates, and the links to, for your readings. I cannot list all of them here because they are listed at your Blackboard site, and I'm going to show you one. But I decided to just show you a sample of one of those modules. Right? So make sure that you go over this carefully, and that should provide you important information. It will provide you some important information. So let's look at one module, all right? Module 1, when you begin to write your first paper. After the goals in each module, you'll have a study guide, similar to the sample that you saw in the syllabus. You'll have the dates for each week. This is week 2. It'll tell you what to read. All right. Again, for the next week, it'll tell you what to read and when a paper or an assignment is due. So this is your study guide. So if you're asked to read something, then that will be linked. I didn't want you to buy a book for $100 that is rarely used and expensive. So anything that you have to read is linked right here. So if I ask you to read expressive writing in the PPP primer, that's where it would be. Narration of event, that's right there. I want you to read some essays as examples, some student samples. They will be listed here. If for some reason a link does not work, contact me and we will solve the problem. If I want you to see something, I want you to view something, then it'll be under view. You read, view, and do. And this will provide the format for the papers that are submitted to me. The do will include the assignment for the paper. And this is a connection to your writing handbook. There are some common errors that seem to occur frequently in papers, such as comma splices, etc. So every single module is set up the same way, with the links to the readings and the instructions of what to read, or what to review, or what to see. And I will be here to guide you. And you should also help me if you see an inconsistency in a date. Let's say that this, for example, were due on or before, I don't know, July 25th. Obviously, that's a typo. You can alert me to those typos. So begin the course. You don't have to buy anything. Just complete your orientation. Stay in touch with me by email. And if you have any questions on this course or how anything works, just email me, and then we can either talk on the phone or set up some other method of communicating. Have a good semester and stay safe. And this is really a very manageable course.